So what you're seeing is the video feed from the plane, little video camera mounted on the nose of the plane. In a moment you'll hear the twin electric motors on the wings spin up. Here they go, we roll down the runway and take off. Now I should explain, I've kludged together a little bit of crude instrumentation there on the dash of the plane. It's the innards of an altimeter watch. Now I've stupidly forgotten to set the watch on this flight to show the altitude. The other thing is a LED indicator of the plane's battery voltage. And now it's turned around, you can see the runway below and nearby lake, and if you look carefully, that white thing is not a bird below, but is another radio control airplane. Now a miracle happens here in the moment. The watch just changed into altimeter mode. I think one of the buttons on the side got vibrated, thankfully, so I can now read the altitude. It's about 200 feet or 195 feet. It's a little obscured. I don't quite have the angles right on the camera to be able to read the watch well, but you can make out how far you are above the ground, which is very helpful. I find that is the hardest to judge from the pilot's perspective. Easy enough to judge when you're looking at the plane from the ground. See, I panned the camera there. We'll do it again in just a moment. The camera is mounted on a servo mechanism that allows you to turn it to the left and right. I don't spend a lot of time with it gazing off to the side because I find it somewhat disorienting, but it's helpful to figure out your relative position with the runway. Seeing all the other radio control planes in the air make me wonder how long it'll be before there'll be laser dogfights in this first-person view mode. It's a bit of a gray winter day here with overcast skies, so the scenery isn't as attractive as it might be in full sun. At the same time, it's helpful not having the sun in the camera. The camera can take it, but it ends up giving you a bright vertical line when you point it straight at the sun, which can be a little distracting. It's probably a familiar view for those of you who are full-scale pilots, but controlling a model this way is really novel for somebody who's only flown radio control in a normal way, staring up at the plane and judging its attitude by looking at it from afar. Okay, it's a little bit of a windy day, but I'm determined to get down, so we're coming in on the runway. I'm trying to keep a line. I don't know if I get spooked by that or a gust of wind, but I get pushed to the left and just pull up barely in time to level out and land, not in the center of the runway where I wish I was, but out here by the weeds. Still, we're in one piece, so I'm happy enough, and can taxi the plane back to where I've been piloting it from. So this first-person mode, it's a little trickier. It takes some more equipment and some more tinkering, but it is a lot of fun, and you can certainly do it. So I recommend you give it a try.